And my name is Liam Dooley. I'm the CEO of Shrewsbury Town Football Club.
Brilliant. And tell me why you're here today.
I'm here today as an ex-member of VSI on the CEO of a sporting organisation course a couple of years ago, and been invited to come along and reintroduce people to me on the course and spend a bit of time just actually networking and talking to people and enjoying the game of paddle.
Are you good at paddle?
This is the third time I've ever played, so the answer is probably no.
Yeah.
And playing against some of the players that are here, definitely not. I've just lost 2 games in a row, so that probably answers its own question.
Yeah. And tell me, why do you think paddle has blown up recently? Why is everyone playing it?
From my perspective, it's a quick, sociable sport. Everybody wants to win, but at the same time, you can have a quick conversation, you can have a coffee before, a beer after, that kind of thing. And I think it's accessible. So we play with people at work of different standards. The 2 times we've been, the ball spends more time off the court than it does on it. But you come today and you're playing to better players, but you can still have a game. And I think it's that accessibility for everybody that makes it a good sport.
Yeah, brilliant. And then tell me about your career so far.
I've got a little bit of a mixed bag of a career in that I spent over 10 years working in fast-moving consumer goods with PepsiCo and then beer brands under Diageo, working different places around the world. But then for the last pretty much 9 years now, I've been in football. 5 years at Sheffield Wednesday as commercial director and chief operating officer, and then for the last nearly 3 years at Shrewsbury Town Football Club as CEO. So it's very, very varied, but I think a lot of the stuff that you learn from working for big blue chip companies is transferable into any industry, and in particular football, where you can use some of those skills to look at things from a different perspective.
And tell me, what is a chief operating officer in a football club?
I think the answer to that question is you can be the head chef and the bottle wash at the same time. You're running around doing one thing at a high level. The next minute you've got a support moaning about bird muck on seats. You've got to be all things to all people, and you work hard. You work long hours, but you're surrounded by people, usually in football, that work for the badge, that give it everything they've got. They're usually underpaid, but they always work as hard as they possibly can, because usually they bleed for the colours that they work for. So it's a lot of different things. You learn a lot of different skills that then I talked about transferable from FMCG to football, but then from club to different things. You end up in conversations about how does grass grow on a pitch renovation, and like, how did you learn that skill? And it's like, because you're involved in the conversation, you pick things up, and next thing you're talking about swaths of grass. But no, it's there's a lot of things that you pick up, learn on the job, and then you can transfer and use into other aspects of the day-to-day life.
Brilliant. And you say you're a Wednesdayite. What was it like working at Sheffield Wednesday, your club?
It was difficult because I love the club, still do, always will, from being a supporter on the terrace from 5 years old to still a supporter now. But what I would say is, as soon as you stop working for the football club, you still have got that deep down, but you don't think about anything other than the club that you're in. So I go to bed thinking about Shrewsbury Town now, and wake up thinking about how to improve Shrewsbury Town. And I couldn't tell you who the Wednesday squad is anymore, because of you're that all encompassed in the role that you're in. What I would say is, because I've lived and breathed and everywhere where I'm from, there's a lot of Sheffield Wednesday fans. It was difficult because you'd get to doing something with your friends on a weekend and they'd be moaning that this wasn't quite right, or my pie was cold and my beer was warm. And you've got to try and answer that question and then try and switch off. Whereas what I quite like now is being in a club that I don't necessarily live and spend all my time away from. When I come to events like today, people go, "Oh, how's Shrewsbury?" That's the end of the conversation. Whereas when you go back home and it's something that your friends are involved in, it's difficult to take yourself away from that environment.
No, I get that. So in terms of VSI then, what did you enjoy about VSI and the course?
I think that taking yourself away from a social perspective, I've just mentioned, but I think that as well in the work capacity, because that all living and breathing everything that you're in football, taking those 2 days a month away from your day-to-day life was really good. And the learning from the people that was on the course, the biggest thing for me actually was a network of people that we've come across. I'm here today with Chris Millard from the Barmy Army, who has become one of my really close friends from meeting on the course 2 or 3 years ago. And what I find in football now is meeting with a ticketing provider last night. You used to be on the VSI course. There's so many times that you pick up the phone now and you're speaking to people that you've not just met on a course for one day. It's over a period of time on the course, but also having a couple of beers on the night, getting to know them on the pitch and off the pitch, really. And I think that network of people is the thing I took most out of the course itself.
What's one piece of advice you'd give to anyone starting out their career in the sports industry that wants to make it a success?
I think right at the bottom, you've got to the themes throughout: ask questions and ask to take on more responsibility. Whether that's coming in and doing unpaid voluntary work, to get an internship, to come and do that. That's what clubs value, because not many football clubs have got the money to throw at. When you're in that position, ask for more, because there's always somebody above you that's doing more than they need to do and will welcome the help. From my own perspective, as I've gone up the ladder, it's been me asking for more responsibility that's helped me. So I think, ask the questions, don't be silent. If there's an opportunity to do something, take it. You might be good at it, you might be bad at it, but you'll learn from it. So always ask to do more is my advice.